bookkeepers, and welcome back to my channel. And I'm glad you're here with me, and I appreciate you watching my videos and supporting my YouTube channel. If you're a bookkeeper who thinks you need a fancy website, a dozen pages, or a designer just to get clients, this video is for you. Your website does not need to be perfect. In fact, a website you will always be updating and keeping new content on that site. So don't go for perfection on this. But it does need to be clear. You do need to have a clear message of who you help and what you can do for them, addressing some of their problems. Let me show you what a simple working bookkeeping website actually looks like, using my real system as an example. And I have had plenty of websites that I have paid a lot of money for, and I actually learned how to build this website after paying an expensive coach and helping me set it up. And then when it was all said and done, I looked over it and I didn't see myself in it. Like when I look at my website and then I look at my business and I look at myself, it didn't take on the language of how I speak, even with my mistakes or slang or whatever. But I wanted, like, when they see your website, you want it to be a mirror of you. So when you get on that Zoom call with them to help them, then it feels like they are talking to the same person. They're not talking to a different person. So it's kind of like if you see an ad, that's an AI ad or video there, and then you call that company and you get on the Zoom call with them, and then it's not even that person or any version of that AI that they created. I think that's like a disalignment. So, and we are really in, like I said before, the like, trust, and know business. So this is incredibly important here. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what a simple bookkeeping website should actually look like, using my real system, using my website that I created myself with a software called System.io. And with that high-paid coach that I did pay, at least I did find System.io. And so this has helped me propel in my business. So sometimes, when you purchase a course or you hire a consulting, maybe you had a different mind of what they were going to help you with. But even if it isn't exactly what you were looking for or the transformation that you wanted, I think you'll be introduced to a lot of different ways, a lot of different products, and then you can figure out for yourself what things work for you, the way that you think, the way your lifestyle is, the programs you enjoy working in. So I think that's incredibly important when you're looking at courses and consultants and coaches and things like that. It is System.io. I was actually, just for the money part of this, I was actually on Kajabi, and I was paying about $300 a month for that. And with System.io, I think it's only $40 a month. I just pay for the year, so I don't have to worry about that anymore, okay? But I think for my whole year was about what I was paying for Kajabi for 1 or 2 months. It works out pretty good. And I actually even set my son up a website. He started a construction business last year, so I set his construction business up on System.io as well. And so when we're first starting our bookkeeping business, one thing to remember, we just need a place that we can tell people. HelenDeVries.com, go to this website and you'll see how I can help you. Book a call with me just for that like, trust, and know factor. And so that's what we're really aiming at here, so that they get to know us and we get to know them. This is very helpful in your business. It will help you grow if you really pay attention to what people are saying to you. Maybe they're wanting things done that you aren't a specialist in, and you may turn those things down. You could say, I can help you with reconciling your bank feed, your your daily bookkeeping, but I don't know anything about payroll or I don't know anything about this CRM. It will help you in speaking with your clients. But this is not a theory, and this is not design advice because I am not a professional designer. I have learned some designing and marketing just by getting out there and doing it. That's it. You see what people like of what you're putting out there, and you see what, it's just crickets, as so to speak. We want to use our time really wisely. This is a working example. So what you'll see in this video, when you get to your home page, what that home page is about, what it is and what it isn't, and how a website creates clarity before a call, and why one clear call to action works better than many. You can have your lead magnet on there and you can say book a call too, or you could have your lead magnet, and when they get the lead magnet, then at the bottom of that lead magnet, have a link for them to book a call with you in your follow-up emails, and you're going to have them book a call with you. But this is just their first step of looking at your company. This is your first introduction to them. So that first contact is like really important. So as soon as you get a contact, email them, text them, call them, do something to interact with them and say, hey, you got my free lead magnet. Not my free lead magnet, you won't call it that. Whatever name you gave it, my 10 steps to help you in your business. And so I wanted to see if you had any direct questions right now. If you'd like to book a call, is there something that I can help you with immediately? So you do want to touch base anytime you get a lead, somebody that likes your posts, invite to be a friend on Facebook, or if they got your lead magnet that you have on your website, then contact them and let them know that you're paying attention and they got this and you want to help them. So that's how that is going to work. How your website connects to social media, lead magnets, and calls, like I just spoke about, and why simplicity converts better than complexity. The simpler you can keep it, where it's a simple thing that people, if they're interested in talking to you, they can get in touch with you easily. It's not like they've got to go 10 blocks down in order to get to your contact information. And so that is what we want to work on there. So we have it just as simple as we can. And even though that sounds really simple, you have to like really make it, instead of a third grader, I say a first grader. If you want to get these 10 steps, click here. If you want to book a call, click here. So just make it very specific there. This is a step one of the seven-step marketing client system. Next week, then we will go into the next one, which is with the social media. So then I will share some things that have helped me in social media, get clients there. I'm going to do now is just share the screen, and the link for System IO is going to be in the description. I'll put it at the very top. So if you want to try System IO out, then you can do that. Get here. All right, so here we are in System IO, and this is the dashboard. And System IO, actually, it has a free plan, and you can start there and then decide if you like it, if it's working for you, and then go from there. But it's pretty easy the way that they have it set up. I won't go through the whole software here, but I will show you around a little bit. This is your dashboard, which I don't really go there very often at all, but if you wanted to go there, you could. This is a CRM, and this is your contacts. So this part you would go to quite often. You could click your contacts. You can see all your contacts. They do have tags and Pipeline is just how a customer, they called you, you sent them something, they booked a call, you got on a call with them, they said yes, they said no, how to follow up with them. So that's what a pipeline is. And your calendar, you can connect your Google calendars or whatever calendar you have to System.io so that when someone books an appointment, it's going to show up in your calendar in your email. I use all Gmail accounts. So whether it's just a free Gmail account, which you can get, or you could get one with your .com at the end. That is what the CRM is. And then this is the sites. This is mainly what we're going to be, where we're going to be right here. And then you have where you can, from System.io, you can send out newsletters. You can send out what they call campaigns, which is like when someone signs up for your free product, that you send them like 5 or 6 automatic emails. And so you're just nurturing them with that. And then if you do want to automatically text people, have that option. I don't use that. And then you can also do automations. I only do a couple automations in mind. Your assets, which is really what we call in the business world just your things that you can sell, that you've created that you can sell, whether it is doing their bookkeeping or you've created a physical product, you've created a course, you've created anything that is an asset. And then your sales, if anybody bought anything off your website or whatever, then it would be here if you're keeping all that. But there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. But I'm going to go to sites, and you can either, it's kind of confusing, but sometimes people say these sites or your website or a sales funnel. And for a website is where you have like 5 to 6 pages on there, like your contact page, your home page. Maybe you have your prices on a page. Maybe your bio, your about you is on another page. And so that is like a website format. And I believe to begin with, it's better, of my experience, this is just my opinion, to start with the website. I like having the full story on my website when somebody visits that. And then we have our sales funnel. And our sales funnel is one direct product or one direct thing that we are sending someone a link to go through our system, like to book a call or to get our free lead magnet or to purchase our course or anything like that. Okay. Now, my HelenDeVries.com, that site I have on high level, and I got that through a coaching program that I am currently part of. And so that's why I have it over on high level. That is also another place that you could create your website, your sales funnel, your automation, and all of those things too. It's a little bit more difficult to learn. It's a little bit more robust over there than it is here. We'll go, because I have my website, mine actually set up on the sales funnel from the first program that I was in, so I just kept it like that. And you can have different funnels, so I'm just going to show you basically my home funnel here. Okay, and so what you have when you get here is you have your home page, and then you can see roofforprofits.com. That's my URL path there. You could click view funnel here, and then you could see what your website is looking like there. Okay, back over, close that out. So you can always look at it that way, but if I wanted to edit my home page, I could go to edit page. And then you can go in here and you can edit your page. And it's really pretty easy. They have these blocks here. So like if you click on that image there, if you wanted to put a different image here, You just go over to image file and you can upload whatever image that you want. And then you can tell them to open a URL. You can have the size that you want it, any border, and all kinds of good stuff like that. Then you can have your different pages. These are the pages: schedule a call, meet Helen, prices. The first thing that you really want on the website is, this is a little arrow that now you don't have to see that, is stop guessing your profit, run your roofing business like a six-figure company. Okay, this is your message to them. And then start profiting in your roofing business in 5 days. And then I have a little message here about why to download this free QuickBooks Online setup checklist. I have a video here. You can put a video. And then I have the trusted partners, AccuLinks and Notify. They are part of roofing. And then you can put your different links down here for that, of what you want that. So we'll just click exit here. And it's probably a better idea. Let me just let you view this funnel like we were on before. So when someone lands like on my website here, this is what it looks like. They can schedule a call, they can meet Helen, and then they can see the prices that I have, which I don't think I'm listing any prices right now on here. I mainly want to get them to book a call. That's why the schedule a call. But you have your logo, then you have your message first, and then another sub message here that you can tell them a little bit about what this free product is here that you have for them and how it can help them. And then you can put you a nice image. It can be any image that you want. Over here, it could be a picture of yourself as well. And then you could upload your video if you wanted to make a short video, or you could just put another picture there if you wanted to do that. And then there's the trusted partners, and then the different links. And then I tell a little bit about myself. And so you can see everything I have there. And then I have a link for them to book a call. And then I have a video that's of my bio that they can click. And then don't believe us, believe them. So you have 3 different testimonials, and then you just have your footer. And then this goes over to my Skool community as well. So that's what's on your home page, which is the most important page, because that's the first page that somebody is going to come to. If they click schedule a call, then they could enter in their name, their email, and then send it, and then I will schedule a call that way. So there's a couple different ways I have in here for them to schedule a call with my Calendly link, which you can get that for free. You can have like one free Calendly here. Sometimes I link that, and then you could go to meet Helen, and then you get to my video and a little bit more about me. And then schedule your call now. Let me see, that pops up. And then somebody could schedule their call there, okay? So there's just different ways that you can do that. I don't think I have anything on this pricing sheet. It's just about working with me on this. I didn't put any prices here. So I gave them a little bit more information. And once again, to book a call. So that's the main thing that I want them to do, is book a call. That's kind of gives you an example of how you could set up your website very easily, but you can go to each page, like the home page, then booking a roofing call. You can view your funnel there, so you can see it again, which I just revert them back to my main page to do that. And then the prices one, and you'll see the same thing. So if the only thing that you really want them to do is book a call or get your lead magnet, most of all that is just by creating your home page. Put something about yourself. I think that's really helpful. So you can view your funnel there. And then that's me talking about that. I do have thank you pages. Need to update this a little bit. I've been working more on helenderees.com, but it keeps on telling them to book a call. Then you can have your private policy and your privacy policy and that type of thing. For instance, if you wanted to do a newsletter, then you can go here and you can create one. They've got tons of templates here. So you could say create, and then you just fill out everything that you want. You can say select templates. Let's see if they take us anywhere. But you could create it there. Mine are already set up in here. Miscommunications between you and your bookkeeper, where I can just go in here and I can change things around. But this is how you could send like emails out to people. A newsletter, I call them weekly emails. That's how I look at it, where I'm just giving someone value, helping them of some problem that they may be needing help with solving. You can send out emails here as well, but you can also build your website from there. But I just want to take you back to these sales funnels like here. And then if we look at the home page and then we edit the page, it's very easy over here under elements. You have text that you can drag over. You have headline, you have bullet points, a content box that you can type anything into like this. Then you can have going across your website like 3 columns, 2 columns, 4 columns, like this is 2 columns. That's 1 column and that's 1 column. And then you put the text and the headlines and images into that. There's always like a little settings button here, and it takes you to exactly that. You can put in your forms and your buttons where you click here and book a call with me. That's how the buttons are used. You can use check boxes, calendars, images, videos here. With the video, you can use a YouTube video with a URL. So that's a good way to do that. Facebook social is connected here as well. You can have a countdown. So it's really pretty simple to do everything. Then you have your blocks, which is they're small templates. You know, like an opt-in form, it'll automatically give you price plans, headers, testimonials, format that you can do that with. This isn't a complete course in there in System.io, but it is an overview, and it's something that I'm currently using as well. So I think it's really good. That's all for today for you with your website. Take a look at it, try it, and see. I know most of us are bookkeepers, accounting, and we are more right brain than we are left brain. But I can tell you from experience that once I started opening up to some in creation and enjoying doing some things like in Canva, in the website, and just different systems. It's really added to my business a lot. And I do enjoy it. I'll pick a certain day, like Friday, I'm just going to work on that left side brain things, the creativity. And then on Monday, Tuesday, other days, I'm working on bookkeeping with clients. So you can set your schedule accordingly. I don't try and mix, though, accounting and creation and content in the same day because it is using a right brain and a left brain. And with some people that are more creative, it doesn't affect them because they're more heavy loaded on the left side than we are on the right side. And for us in bookkeeping, We have to change our mindset. We've got to change our brain patterns. So it does take, I think, a little bit more for us. It's not like a natural thing for us. We can learn it, but we've got to take it slowly, step by step, and it's not natural for us. But I am enjoying doing it now, and it has helped my business grow a lot. Give it a try, but the link for System IO is in the description below. And if you need anything, you can go to HelenDeVries.com. I've got an array of products there from free all the way up to my year-long mentorship. So, whatever level that you're at, I think I have a product in there that can help you. If you would like to book a call with me to see maybe, what your next step is, then feel free to do that too. I would love to get to know you and to speak with you and help you in your bookkeeping business. And we still are having our fractional CFO boot camp. It will still be open until Tuesday, January the 13th. On January the 14th, it is totally closed though, because then we will have finished our second lesson, and I don't want you to be behind or lost. We've just completed teaching. I had a 2-hour video of how step by step, very slowly, how to set up your chart of accounts so you start QuickBooks off right and you will not have the errors that people generally have in QuickBooks. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful week or a weekend whenever you are watching this video. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.